This is Sam from Uniondale, and you're tuning into another edition of the Sam I Analyze Show. Folks, woke up this morning to two big pieces of news in the NBA that affect a local team in the New York Knicks. Let's analyze. Woke up this morning and I heard that PG-13 Paul George decided to take his act down the turnpike to Philly. And then as of what? Let's take a look here. Maybe an hour and a half ago now, Isaiah Hartenstein has made a decision. And he said, New York City, I'm out. Isaiah Hartenstein is taking his act to the Oklahoma City Thunder. He's signing a 3-year, $87 million deal. Knicks fans, woosah, breathe. First and foremost, before I even comment on this, Isaiah Hartenstein, Zay, I heart. I had to let that marinate here. Folks, congratulate that man first and foremost on getting the bag. A guy who was a journeyman. A guy who, in Isaiah Hartenstein, started his career in 2018, where he played for the Houston Rockets. He was a power forward first. And then, people don't realize he was a journeyman, y'all. Knicks fans, oh my goodness, it's the end of the world. Yes, I get it. iHeart was a critical piece for the Knicks. Mind you, he played 75 games for the Knicks, which was big. Something that Mitchell Robinson did not do, right? But iHeart, he played a season with the Cleveland Cavaliers. He played a season with the Denver Nuggets. He played 2 seasons with the Houston Rockets. Then he played a season with the LA Clippers. And he played 2 seasons under Tom Thibodeau and the New York Knicks. So, folks, when Isaiah Hartenstein is offered a 3-year, $87 million deal, you can't hate on that. You can't hate on that. All you can do is, again, Isaiah Hartenstein. He did what he had to do for himself and his family. I know Knicks fans are like, he couldn't take the $72.2 million deal. Would you? Do the math. It's $15 million difference. And if you are a guy who has been going from team to team to team, it's a game changer. It's a game changer. And I'm happy for the man. Now, Knicks fans, where do the Knicks go from here? Well, I'll say this, relax. This is not something that came out of left field. You knew this was coming, possibly. You knew this was a possibility, possibly. And the thing is, people have to understand. Say what you will about Thomas Thibodeau. Tom Thibodeau is a guy who, he gets centers right? Mitchell Robinson was heading towards all defense before he got injured. What did Mitchell Robinson miss? He played like 31 games, something like that. 21 games, I'm sorry. So I think to me, when you look at this, I think the Knicks are going to be fine. How do you address the situation? They have a guy, I think, in Jericho Sims, who possibly can take a step a la a Deuce McBrizzle, a Deuce McBride. You still got a Mitchell Robinson. Yes, I know he's always hurt, but like I said, I did the video last week. Of the 6 years, it was really 2 where he missed 51 games, right? And he did the same thing this year. So it's going to be interesting. But there are guys out there, a Weissman, James Weissman, a guy who has not found his footing, not found his way, not found his footing, and not found his way, looking for a home. James Weissman, that's one guy. Mo Bamba, that's another guy. Now I was looking at, to me, before I was looking at what's his name, the Indiana Pacers. I was looking at the guy from the Pacers at first, who was not who the Bulls just recently signed. What's his name? Tell you right now, Jalen Smith. I was looking at him, but the Bulls snatched him up. Here's the deal. I think Precious Achiuwa will be back. I think the Knicks will also get a guy like a Mo Bamba or James Weissman, or somebody we don't even know. Somebody that fits the mold under Tom Thibodeau. And I think the Knicks are going to be just fine. Okay? They knew this was coming. And you see the history of Tom Thibodeau. You know, he's making the soup, putting the ingredients and stirring the pot. Leon is providing the ingredients and, let me get this. And Tom Thibodeau is, hooking it up. Trust the Knicks, y'all. Trust the Knicks. Trust and believe the Knicks knew this was going to possibly happen. They knew. Money talks. And you just got to move on and keep it moving. Now, after the Knicks got Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, I was waiting to see what's the team down the turnpike going to do. What Joel, shady maneuvers, Embiid, taking Mitchell Robinson's ankle out in the playoffs. What was Daryl Morey and what were they going to do, the 76ers? Well, they went to the West Coast and said, Paul George, come through, man. PG-13, come through, sir. And that's what he did. That's what PG-13 did. Paul George is now a Philadelphia 76er. Knicks fans, how you feeling? How you feeling about that? They've got PG-13, and they have PG-13, excuse me as I drop my remote. They've got Paul George, They've got Paul George, and they've got Tyrese Maxey signed a deal. And, so right now, the Knicks, you're hearing, people are now PG-13, 4 years, max deal 2012, $212 million. Maxey, $204 million. So Kelly Oubre's back as well. So as far as I know, it's 4 people on the team. Let's see what they do to fill up the roster. What they're going to do. But Knicks fans, how you feeling about that? You nervous? I'll tell you, any team with Big Bad Embiid is going to make me nervous. Especially with the fact that he gets away with some of his shady maneuvers. But I think the Knicks are going to be just fine. Despite the fact losing Isaiah Hartenstein and everything. Now, we're going to see what they do to fill up the roster. we are going to see what happens. But I looked at it from the Clippers' point of view. And man, oh man, oh man, the Clippers have to feel like, wow. You're going into a new arena. You got a guy in Kawhi Leonard who wanted Paul George years ago, and it just did not work out. So you move on. Negative. Folks, PG-13 cost them a lot. Getting Paul George cost the Clippers a lot, man. It really truly did. You have, when you trade away a Paul George, you trade for Paul George, you traded away a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and multiple picks. Oklahoma City may capitalize and get a very nice pick. I think there's 2 more left. Because now you've got James Harden, who just signed a 2-year, $70 million deal. Westbrook is going somewhere. Look, this is just unfortunately what happens with these, the parameters set with the salary cap, the first apron and the second apron. You traded a lot, and Doc Rivers supposedly tried to tell Kawhi, man, listen, this young kid in Shai is going to be the real deal. Kawhi said, nah, I don't want him. Get me PG-13. How did that work out now? How are you feeling today if you're a Clipper fan? Not good. Not good. Because this is where if you're a general manager, you run a team, you can't listen to a guy like a Kawhi Leonard. You can't listen to a guy like a LeBron James. They are the players. Do you realize, by the way, LeBron James opted out, and we're going to see he's trying to get a Klay Thompson on board, but supposedly he's likely going to join the Mavericks. But we're going to see. By the time I drop this video, watch. Things are fluid now. They just change. It's during the free agency period. But if you're a Clipper fan right now, wow. And one guy who's in the wings that nobody's paying attention to, that I am, is a DeMar DeRozan. Paul George went somewhere. Klay Thompson is waiting between the Lakers and the Mavericks, and I think that's just going to skyrocket the market for a DeMar DeRozan. So watch out for that. But wow, it's been interesting these last 24 hours or so, less than 24 hours actually, since free agency began. So let's see what happens, folks. Let us see what continues to happen. But I think the Knicks are going to be just fine. Now it's that time. The Nationals call up their top prospect, James Wood. He will debut today against the Mets. I believe this is the young man that was acquired in the Juan Soto trade with San Diego. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in, folks. I'm on all social media platforms at Sam I Analyze, Instagram at Sam I Analyze, Facebook at Sam I Analyze, the app formerly known as Le Twitter at Sam I Analyze. I'm now on TikTok. Please like, subscribe, share, and you see that notification bell to the right. Please click on that. That will let you know the next time I drop another video. Thanks for tuning in. And as always, à tout à l'heure.